Let's look at the following example. Here we have two countries, Peru and Brazil, and we have two goods, shirts and sodas. Now we want to know who has the absolute advantage in shirts and sodas. Absolute advantage is simply who can make the most in absolute terms. In this case, Peru can make more shirts than Brazil, and they can also make more sodas than Brazil. Well, Peru has the absolute advantage in shirts and sodas. But let's say we want to know who has the comparative advantage in sodas. Well, in order to find the comparative advantage, we want to know who has the lowest opportunity cost per soda. So how many shirts per soda would you have to give up? Right? So we want to know for Peru, 12 divided by 6 gives us 2. So for every soda you make, or Peru makes, they would have to give up 2 shirts. On the other hand, Brazil has an opportunity cost of 0.5. So for every soda they make, they only have to give up 0.5 shirts, which tells us Brazil has the comparative advantage in soda and Peru has the comparative advantage in shirts. Now let's say that we live in a world in which Peru and Brazil don't trade. That means, and that they have 1,000 hours of labor to distribute. Well, let's assume that Peru and Brazil divide labor in half. So they spend 500 hours towards shirt manufacturing and 500 hours towards soda manufacturing. So here this table tells us that Peru can, in total, will make 6,000 shirts and they will make 3,000 sodas. On the other hand, Brazil, in total, will make 1,000 shirts and 2,000 sodas. Can we get a better outcome than this with trading? Well, let's say that they go for their comparative advantage that we've just found, and they devote the $1,000 towards that good. So Peru will end up with a total of 12,000 shirts and 4,000 sodas. However, what trading agreement would make both of them better off? Here I have drawn two PPFs. One for Peru, which is the red one, and one for Brazil, which is the blue one. For any trading agreement to be good for both, then that point has to lie above the red line for Peru and the blue line for Brazil. So let's say that Peru wants to give Brazil a total of, let's say, 4,000 shirts. And in return, Brazil will give Peru 2,000 shirts. That means that Peru is going to have 2,000 shirts, but Peru will have 2,000 sodas, but they will have 8,000 shirts. So 2,000 sodas, 8,000 shirts would put them somewhere up here. This is what they would be consuming. And Brazil would have 4,000 shirts and 2,000 sodas. So this is where Brazil will be consuming. So as we can see from this graph, both of them would reach a consumption bundle that is above their own PPFs. Therefore, trading benefits both of them.